Hi everyone, this is Peanut and welcome to my channel. In my YouTube channel, I share with you different things from coming to the United States through a K1 fiancé visa, green card interview, living in the United States, traveling, learning new things, cooking, and a lot of other things. So make sure to check out my other videos too. Today in this video, I'm going to share with you my experience making homemade tacos with homemade tortillas. Since I came to the United States, I've always been to a Mexican restaurant. I love Mexican foods and my favorite is tacos. However, recently I became interested in making our own tacos at home. I have also learned how to make tortillas without using a tortilla press, and I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. But before that, I would like to apologize to my Mexican friends, and if you're Mexican and you're watching this video, please don't judge. This is my second time making tacos and homemade tortillas, and all of us in the house love them, so I will always use this recipe. I don't usually follow recipes I see online, so there might be ingredients that are missing or are different, or the procedure might be different from making the traditional authentic Mexican tacos. For me, it doesn't matter as long as my family and I love the food. Today I attempted to make al pastor tacos. First, we prepared a marinade. Here are the ingredients I used for the marinade. I'm using two different kinds of Mexican chili peppers, the guajillo and the chile de arbol. These are both dried chili peppers and they are commonly used in Mexican dishes. You can use as many as you want depending on how spicy or hot you want your tacos to be, but I used 2 whole pieces of guajillo because I only had 2 left, and I used 10 pieces of the chile de arbol. Make sure to remove the seeds. I also used cumin, hot and spicy taco seasoning mix, apple cider vinegar, crushed pineapple, a shred to add more color, adobo seasoning spice, garlic, and fresh oregano and thyme that I just picked from our garden in our backyard. This is my first time using adobo seasoning and I struggled hard to open this one. I didn't know how to open and it was so hard to remove the lid until I realized I had to use an opener. We put 1 teaspoon of adobo seasoning spice in the blender and add the other ingredients, the dried chili peppers, garlic, apple cider, cumin, pineapple juice, and a little bit of the crushed pineapple and the ashwete. I boiled the ashwete seeds for 10 minutes and I used a strainer to remove the seed. I ran the blender for 1 minute and now the marinade is ready. We set it aside and let us prepare the meat. I'm using pork shoulder. I prefer to slice the meat into smaller pieces and marinate them. We cut the pork into small cubes and put them in a container. After cutting the pork, we add the marinade, then leave it in the fridge for an hour. While waiting for 1 hour, we are going to make the corn tortilla. I'm using maseca and this is so easy to make because there are instructions and measurements on the back of the bag. I used 2 cups of corn flour. This is optional but makes homemade tortilla taste a little bit better, so I'm adding a little bit of chicken bouillon powder. Then I add a pinch of salt. I mix all the ingredients and then I added water. For every 2 cups of corn flour, use 1.5 cup of water. Do not pour the water all at once, make sure to do it little by little, and while adding the water, you are mixing the ingredients. Keep doing it until you make a dough. Cut the dough into smaller pieces to make small balls, and it depends on the size of the tortillas that you want for your tacos. As I mentioned earlier, I don't have a tortilla press, but there is an easy way to make homemade tortillas without using a tortilla press. Get a Ziploc bag and cut the sides, except the bottom. Then for the press, you can use a cooking pan like the one I'm using. Just make sure that the bottom is flat and even. Lay the Ziploc bag on a flat surface and put a ball of dough on it. Fold the plastic and make sure there's no grease. Then gently press the dough using the pan. It might need a little bit of hard work to flatten the tortilla. Remove the pan and unfold the plastic bag. That's how I make homemade tortillas without using a tortilla press. I just lay the tortillas on the table and cover them with paper napkins to remove the moisture. After making the tortillas, we are now going to prepare the toppings. Mexican tacos would not be complete without these very common toppings, cilantro and white onions. And if you like it more spicy and appetizing, you can add jalapenos. I'm using fresh jalapenos I picked from our garden. I also like to add beets. They make the tacos look more beautiful, and I love the crunchiness of the fresh beets. And of course, we also need fresh limes. It has been an hour, so we are now going to grill the meat. We don't have a grill, so I am using a pan to grill the meat. I cook the meat for at least 10 minutes on a high heat. After 10 minutes, we add the pineapple and a little bit of chopped onions. Then we turn the heat to low while heating the tortillas. It only takes 45 seconds to 1 minute to cook each side of the tortillas. After 15 minutes, the meat and the tortillas are ready. So I arrange them on the plates and now we are ready to eat. That's how I make delicious homemade Mexican al pastor tacos with homemade tortillas. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and while watching me eat, please don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't yet. I will see you again in my next videos.